She lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on reds, vitamin C and cocaine. All a friend can say is ain't it a shame. Looking up the buffalo, been thinking you got to mellow slow. It takes time to pick a place to go. Just keep trucking on. You're sick of hanging around and you like to travel. You're tired of traveling, you want to settle down. I guess I can't revoke this all the time. Get out of the door, I gotta look all around. Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me. What a long, strange trip it's been. Trucking, I'm going home. Whoa, whoa, baby, that's where I belong. Back home, sit down and patch my bones and get back trucking on.
Making a living the old hard way, taking and giving my day by day. I did snow and rain and the bright sunshine. Taking the line, taking the line. My dog Sam eats purple flowers. Ain't got much, but what we got's ours. We dig snow and rain and the bright sunshine. Taking the line, taking the line. Taking the line, taking the line. I feel fine. I'm talking about peace of mind. I'm gonna take my time. I'm getting the good time. Taking the line, taking the line. Taking the line, taking the line. Loving the free and feeling spirit of hugging a tree when you get near it. Digging the snow and the rain and the bright sunshine. Taking the line, taking the line. Taking the line, taking the line. I feel fine. I'm talking about peace of mind. I'm gonna take my time. I'm getting the good time. Taking the line, taking the line. 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 Taking the line.
Hey, well, I'm a friendly stranger in the black sedan. Won't you hop inside my car? I got pictures, got candy, I'm a lovable man, and I can take you to the nearest star. I'm your VIP. in heaven, you know I love you.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, round, 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 I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around. I'm getting bugged driving up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip. My buddies and me, you're getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. I get around, round, 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 I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, get around, round, We always take my car, cause it's never been beat. And we've never missed yet with the girls we meet. None of the guys go steady, cause it wouldn't be right to leave your best girl home on a Saturday night. I get around, round, round, I get around, 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 I get around, round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, 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 round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around, round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, round, I get around, 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 get around, round, round, I get around.
Here we go, Danny O'Day, the beautiful Birchville Ford, 3-window coupe, Roy Trevino. Work on this baby for about 25 years. I got into this wheel standing after my AFX days back in 1964, and Dodge wanted me to shoot a commercial with them and use this new little red wagon to see how it would work. So we drove it for them. It was scary. We done wheelies and never knew that they was going to be so popular. Everybody and his brother wanted to do, you know, to get the wheel stand show on their track. Golden, I hope a lot of you know me by now. As you can see, the wheel stand cars are a bit of a different breed. They do wheelies instead of run with all four wheels on the ground. And this little baby here has got the engine setting in the back of the truck, so it's a little bit easier to do the wheel stand, but it still isn't a guaranteed thing. What you got to do is come off the starting line, get the front wheels up about 5 feet in the air, and then try to run with this big 1,600 horsepower motor and get her down the track with, without crashing and trying to keep it in the right lane. Whenever I'm driving a low red wagon down the quarter mile and I want to make a directional change, I'll reach over and grab this right-hand brake, and this sounds easy, believe me, it isn't. At 130 miles an hour, I'll grab this right-hand brake if I need to go to the right. If I need to go to the left, I'll grab this. This is the parachute release. When I need to pull the parachute release, I grab this and I shove it forward about 3 inches. That lets the parachute out in the back, and if everything's going all right, we can bring her safely down and get ready for the next run. This is my shifter. We're in neutral. I take off in second gear, about 8th mile down the track. I hit high gear. Sometimes you don't even have one hand on the steering wheel. You're just flying down the drag strip at 125 to 130 miles an hour. You get on the big end, you jerk her back into neutral, you push your parachute. You've guided it with the brakes, hopefully not too much. The engine's still running, the transmission's all right, the rear's okay, and you're ready for the next round. So that's the way you do it in the racing business. Only 24 hours a day is all it takes, and you can be a racer just like that. And this basically is what a wheel stander is. You got the engine setting in the back, the transmission, everything close together. You're sitting in the middle of the cab up in the front, and if everything goes all right, you put on a show that nobody will forget.
Interesting story to tell. Well, I'm out here in the vendors area at the York Muscle Car get-together here in 2005, and I ran into Cool Richie Travers. And Richie, you are and have the distinction of being one of those few people that ever did the wheel standing routine back in the day with two different vehicles here, the Dodge Fever and the Dodge Material wheel standing vehicles. Welcome to the show, Richie.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jim.
We've been talking a little bit about the days, and of course you come out with a display of some of your pictures and videos and things like that, and you're reliving those days back in, I guess it was the 1970s when you were doing this, huh?
Late 60s, early 70s.
Wow.
That's correct, yeah.
What did it really take to become certified to run a wheel stand vehicle back in the 1970s?
Well, in the early days of wheel standing, basically it didn't take anything, but after a few unfortunate accidents with wheel standers, the NHRA decided you had to have a license, and your vehicle had to be licensed. And in between the time that I drove Dodge Fever and Dodge Material, they started a licensing program. So I wasn't grandfathered in as the previous wheel standers were, like Bill Golden and Shrewsbury and Bill Shrewsbury and Bill and Hemi on the Glass and the rest of them.
Right.
So what happened was I was out of it for about a year or so. I went racing a gasser, and then came back and decided to build another wheel stand at Dodge Material. And so in order to get my license on that, I had to go to a track in York. US 30 was the track I did go to for my initial single pass wheel standing run.
Yeah.
I had to get the track manager to sign off on it, which he did after he saw the run. And then in order to get my side-by-side competition, I had Fran Monahan, who was running Jiminy Cricket and his new truck at the time, the Fran Monahan truck, signed off a few weeks later on a side-by-side competition down in Maple Grove.
How about
and
that?
And then then we flew for the next couple of years. As I was here at the first Superstock National '65, and I remember that Bill Shrewsbury, who ran the Hemi on the Glass first, did about a 200 or 300 foot wheel stand in the first gear, and I dropped my camera, and everybody was astounded, and it went a few hundred feet.
Yeah.
And it was, it was unbelievable. I said, boy, that's something else. And then, of course, did quarter mile stuff. Of course, that was, people used to go crazy.
You even took it to, you were telling me before about out at Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh, and you ran it on the baseball stadium.
That's
huh?
correct. Three Rivers Stadium, Pittsburgh Promotions at the time wanted to put together a wheel standing show at the baseball park.
How about that?
And that was quite a deal. We ran from home plate to the center field bleachers. In fact, I had the guy announce one that that Cool Richie was going to drive one into the bleachers.
Into the boys. That's cool.
It was pretty good because what they had a whole bunch of haystacks piled up at the back, and they only had this one exit. And if one guy beat the other guy, he had to turn left in front of him to get down the exit.
Yeah.
And so you could only do a quick, just a short wheel stand and right down.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, they're so dangerous. You're on two wheels. It's not like you just step on the brakes. You got to get it down and stop it. Did you ever have any incidents with it that worked out to be dangerous for you?
Yes, there was. Right in Three River Stadium, they had put up railroad ties to kind of separate you from going onto the grass and messing up the turf. So when I ran at Three River Stadium, I did come up kind of stiff, and it kind of twisted to the left a little. When I came down, it hit the rear wheel and snapped off the axle, and it wound up spinning around and almost going into the crowd. Luckily,
wow.
nothing happened to the people, but
that's exciting.
Kind of spread them around. Yeah.
Well, Richie, we want to thank you for coming out to our muscle car get-together here at York US 30 and sharing a special part of history with us, because those wheel standers put on a show like I just couldn't believe back in those days, and it was a special bunch of people that would want to do that, because buddy, you wouldn't get me doing it.
Thanks a lot, Jim. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt.